Tyler Johnson and Craig Whittington, the rookie out of Georgetown. For the Spurs, Patty Mills is in the game. Mills replacing Parker. Manu Ginobili sits down Danny Green. Well, the Spurs are deep. 4.5 left, first quarter. Heat trailing by 6. Green. In and out, rebound to Duncan. Whittington on Aldridge.
Boy, very active game. Both teams are active at both ends of the floor.
How about the ball movement for the Spurs? Ginobili got fouled by Tyler Johnson.
Tyler had good defense that time. He forced Ginobili to go right. Then he overextended and created the foul.
Manu Ginobili heading toward his 14th NBA season with the Spurs. He averaged 14 points a game last year. All right, Heat Nation, have you been wanting to add a Gerald Green, Justice Winslow, or a Mare Stoudemire jersey to your Heat collection? Well, you're in luck then. Tonight's item of the game, perfect for you. Buy any Swingman Heat jersey, and you get a free basketball. This offer available only during tonight's game, so log on to the MiamiHeatStore.com right now and get your Heat wardrobe up to pace.
Crazy Andy's not rusty. He's in mid-season form.
First free throws in tonight's game. 4 minutes left, first quarter. Spurs ahead by 8. Kyle Anderson in for the Spurs. Here's Whittington from the hip. Missing from downtown. Haslam saves in the rebound. Miami now 1 out of 7 from three-point land.
Physical matchup right there. David West on UD.
They met in many a playoff game against one another. David West, last 4 seasons, a front court star with the Pacers. Oh, great give and go. Movement on the ball and off. Patty Mills laying it in. Now the ball movement, the cutting, the timing, all look sharp for the Spurs.
So far tonight, the Spurs have posted up Duncan, they posted up Aldridge, and David West.
They've opened up a 10-point lead with 3:10 left in the first. Tyler Johnson, backdoor cut and slam.
That's the way you beat pressure on the top. He was being overplayed by Mills on the top. Went backdoor. Excellent pass from UD.
Tyler Johnson coming off an 8-point game Wednesday in Louisville against the Orlando Magic. Kyle Anderson back to Aldridge.
Mismatch right here.
Aldridge against the smaller Deng, who will defend him tightly.
Yeah, that's a tough
Aldridge
matchup.
makes it anyway.
That right shoulder. He goes over the right shoulder. Almost impossible to block. He gets that high arc.
Aldridge with 8 points, 5 rebounds. He's made 4 of his first 5 shots. Aldridge did not have a sparkling debut in Sacramento last week. 8 points on 3 for 10 shooting. Matter of fact, the Spurs were outscored by 21 points when Aldridge was on the floor, but he's settling in quickly and well.
Right shoulder again.
The turn on Whittington, an air ball into the lap of Johnson. Deng, a corner 3. Got it! And the foul on Anderson.
Good ball movement by the Heat. The spacing wasn't very good, but it worked out for them. Deng goes into the left corner, and they find him. Whittington with the pass. Good swing pass. Deng will be on the foul line for attempting a 4-point play here.
And now the focus can be on building chemistry on the floor. Back over to you.
Thank you, Jax. Coach Jax, the days of using training camp to get in shape are long gone in this league.
That's right. It used to be that way. You come to camp to get into shape. Now you've got to be there because you've got tests that you have to pass. You know, endurance tests. And here you've got a foul on Ginobili. Down the other end, pick and roll that time with Aldridge. He usually picks and pops. That time he rolled and he got a dunk.
LaMarcus Aldridge already with 10 points. Our first look at the rookie from Duke, Justice Winslow, who comes on for Luol Deng. Deng sits down with 6 points. And now for the Spurs, in comes the big man, Boban Marjanovic, 7'3", out of Yugoslavia. He's a rookie on the Serbian national team. Tyler Johnson tees up a three. Buries it. 5 points for Johnson off the Heat bench in just 3 minutes. Miami's cut the deficit to 5.
Now he's got a dunk and a three.
Winslow and the Birdman, Chris Anderson, have both checked in for Miami. Here's David West. And the rebound to Gerald Green. Green with a burst. And a basket.
Well, you know, he's a good spot-up shooter. When he can go to the basket like that, he keeps the defense honest.
He is microwavable at Gerald Green. He can score in bunches. He had 11 points in just under a 4-minute span Wednesday night in the fourth quarter in the Heat's loss to the Magic. You love an igniter like that coming off your bench with energy and production. 3 on the shot clock for the Spurs. Anderson over Winslow.
Oh, man, excellent defense by Winslow. Anderson earned that basket.
Former UCLA Bruin. Anderson entering his second NBA season. 35 seconds left, first quarter. This is Green stepping in. Anderson with a block.
They tried to do a little too much that time. He had Tyler wide open for a three.
Patty Mills heading into his 7th season. Last 5 as a member of the Spurs.
Yeah, the Australian.
4 on the shot clock. Ginobili ducks in. And the rebound to Green. Quickly to Whittington. And back to Whittington.
Justice Winslow, that's what he brings to the game, Eric. A good floor game. That was an excellent return pass by Winslow.
A slow start, but a good finish to the first quarter for Miami. Heat fell behind by as many as 10. They've cut that to 3 through 1 quarter here at the Heat's house.
Whittington shows you that he's agile, gets up the floor, can run with the young guys. The Heat end the quarter on 11-4 run.
The coach Tony Fiorentino, I'm Eric Reed. Thanks for joining us on this Monday night of NBA preseason basketball. Heat closed the first quarter well, but they trail the Spurs 25-22. The Spurs, for stretches in that first quarter, were razor sharp when their starters were in.
Yeah, the Heat had 1 turnover, though, to San Antonio's 3, so mission accomplished in that first quarter.
Yes, after 17 first quarter turnovers plagued the Heat in their first 2 preseason games. We open the second period. Manu Ginobili dishing back to David West. And we get a 3-second violation on the big fella, Marjanovic. Should mention tonight for the Heat, Amare Stoudemire, Josh McRoberts, and Mario Chalmers are all out. None of those 3 will play. All getting a little rest on the first end of a preseason back-to-back. The Heat play the Magic in Orlando tomorrow night at 7. We'll have the game for you right here on Fox Sports Sun. Winslow accelerating by Anderson and setting up Johnson for a long 2. Tyler Johnson having a nice first half. He has 7, and Tony Winslow's making some plays.
Yes, 2 assists now in 3 minutes of playing. That's what you expect from him. Very good floor game by him.
Pretty triple from Ginobili. Did that 88 times a year ago. Manu Ginobili now 38 years old. Greg Popovich said his minutes are going to go down this year, but he said Manu will do whatever we ask of him. Tyler Johnson answering the call again for Miami.
How about Birdman with a pinpoint pass?
9 points for Johnson. He's made all 4 of his shots.
When you get overplayed, you don't keep coming out. You fake high and you go back door. That's how you loosen up the defense.
Patty Mills missing the open 3. Winslow protecting the rebound.
We know he can also handle the ball, Winslow can.
Green missing the 3, but a foul will negate the dunk put back by Birdman.
Eric, you know what helps your defensive rebounding? When the opposing team knows you're going to run, they make sure they get 2 or 3 guys back. That puts less offensive guys on the boards for the opponent. It makes it more susceptible for them not to get the offensive rebound, and it makes it better for the Heat, the defensive rebound better.
Gerald Green fouled in the act of shooting. Heat hoping Green will bring that explosiveness to their offense. He was 4th in the NBA in triples a couple of years ago with 204 threes. Last year he made 133 from downtown for the Suns. Well, you like his versatility. He can knock down threes. He could also energize your team with the slam dunks on those full court runs.
Well, look who came in the game. You've got Birdman, Green, Johnson, and Winslow. 4 speed guys, 4 guys that are hyper when they come in. They pick up the tempo of the game.
Kiefer Sykes into the game, a rookie from Wisconsin, Green Bay for the Spurs. Miami with its first lead of this first half. Comes with just over 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. Craig Whittington, rookie out of Georgetown, defending West. Good help from Birdman, who got the block. Gerald Green fouled in the backcourt by Ginobili.
Now you can see how the Heat want to get the ball and go, but they're not running before they get the ball. That's a good sign. They're making sure they have possession before they run. Gotta love the energy that the 4 guys have brought off the bench.
Jonathan Simmons has just come on for the Spurs, a 6'6" rookie out of the University of Houston. There he is. Miami ahead by 1. 2 minutes into the second quarter. Off a takeaway. This is Simmons. Play started by Sykes. And Marjanovic there for the follow.
Tyler Johnson trying to get up there with the 7-3 guy.
Yeah, he was all EuroLeague first team last year. 3-time Serbian League MVP. He did play 1 year in Moscow. 27-year-old Boban Marjanovic.
7'3", 290. That's a big fella.
Sykes picking up that last foul as Goran Dragic returns to the Heat lineup and replaces Tyler Johnson, who had a nice stint. 9 points in 7 minutes of work for Tyler.
Played very good defense as well.
Spurs ahead by 1. Gerald Green turns the corner, firing.
Good handoff from Birdman.
5 points off the bench for Green, make it 7 for Green now.
With 2 bigs out for the Heat tonight, Whittington's getting a good run here.
David West. That's vintage West, the 35-year-old out of Xavier. 2-time All-Star. Heading into his 13th season. What a sacrifice he made with his minutes and his finances to leave the Pacers and join the Spurs. Good hustle by Birdman. Foul will come against David West.
Yeah, West was trying to grab Birdman from diving after that loose ball. Again, the energy that Birdman brings at that position, you can see West pushing Birdman to keep him away from it. And you see the right arm, there's the better look.
Shot clock at 5 for Miami. It's down to 2.
Yep.
Dragic for 3. That's a contested 3. And a back tap from Birdman to Dragic. He couldn't hold on to it. Kyle Anderson off the side of the board, but he was fouled. He'll head to the stripe. Craig Whittington picks.
Easy to read. 10 assists for 12 field goals.
And the way that Wednesday game against the Magic decided, a lot of folks didn't see this. The game was not televised. But former Heat point guard Shabazz Napier scored all 7 of his points in the last 145 of the game, including the game-winning 3 with 3.5 seconds left. It was Napier's second positive preseason outing for the Magic. We'll dive into that story and many others when the Heat play in Orlando tomorrow night.
Dwayne Wade was happy for 2 reasons. That Napier scored the winning basket. It's only exhibition season. And the fact the game didn't go into overtime. He doesn't like that in the preseason.
2-point lead for the Spurs. 8:22 left first half. That's Winslow.
Good defense.
Sykes with a rebound.
Anderson, very good defense on Winslow that time.
That was the first field goal attempt tonight for Justice. Nice dish. Simmons finding the right guy. Didn't he? Tim Duncan with his second score. Spurs up 4.
Here with Aldridge on the team, Duncan may play another 4 or 5 years.
Would not be out of the realm of possibility. Tim Duncan entering his 19th NBA season. He'd go one more after this. He'd join a very elite club. We'll talk about the 20-year club in NBA history a little later on in tonight's telecast. Jonathan Simmons picking up the foul. The Spurs were over the limit. First foul on Simmons. You know, there was some news last week when Tony Parker, the Spurs point guard, told Mark Spears of Yahoo Sports that he wanted to play 6 more seasons, which would give him 20 years in the NBA. Now, Parker's in the first year of a new 3-year deal. He said he'd like to sign another 3-year deal after that. Tony, if Parker could do that, he'd join a very select club. Of course, Tim Duncan is closer to that, a year away from his 20th season in the NBA. But, Tony, it's an exclusive club, only 5 members. Only 5 guys in NBA history who played 20 seasons or more in the NBA. Kevin Willis, Robert Parrish, and the active Kevin Garnett, all 21 years. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 20 seasons, and Kobe Bryant playing in his 20th season with the Lakers this year. So Duncan is right on the edge of so many elite places in NBA history, and that is another one.
He's a guy, when he was at Wake Forest, any year he came out, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior year, he was the #1 pick. He waited 4 years, and you could see the result.
You know, Tony, a lot of notables lasted 19 years in the NBA, including Karl Malone and John Stockton, Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Oakley, and Heat assistant coach Juwan Howard. I asked Juwan earlier tonight if playing a 20th season in the league was important to him, and he said it was, but his 19th season was the Heat's championship in 2013 over the Spurs, and why not go out a winner? And when he talked with Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra after that season ended about plans for the coming year, when Coach Spo mentioned an opportunity to join the coaching staff, Juwan Howard realized 20 was just a number, and the door to his future had just swung open.
Well, you know, that year, the last year, the championship year, he was like a coach on the bench as a player. He did some great stuff, talking to the players, keeping their head into the game. You know, it was very important for that team in very many subtle ways.
Simmons, fouled by Winslow, will go to the free throw line. You know, Juwan Howard now, in his 3rd season as a Heat assistant coach, he has made incredible strides as a player who was a mentor and now a full-time assistant coach. And you've heard the word that this guy has future head coach written all over him. I don't think that's a reach, Tony. Juwan Howard will someday be a head coach in this league.
Now, he knows the game. He was a smart player. He's got a great temperament for the game as well. And the players respect him. He's done it. He did it for 19 years. And when he says something to them, it was like when Bob McAdoo said it as well, who had the respect for the players. Same type of thing. But he's going to, you're right, he's got the head coaching material. He is head coaching material, no doubt about it.
By the way, another guy who lasted 19 years in the league, Shaquille O'Neal. 20 is a magic number. That is a lifetime in the NBA. The Spurs have made 6 of their 7 free throws. They lead by 3. And that's the last thing you want to see if you're on that Spurs bench. Tim Duncan on the floor.
Now, a few years ago, Eric, I read where the average lifespan in the NBA for an NBA player was 4 years. When you take into account, you know, all the guys that only play a little bit in the league and then they're not in it anymore.
Rasul Butler, one-time Heat player, trying to win a job with the Spurs. Butler looking to play 13 years in the league. Hey, gang, go behind the scenes on social media with Fox Sports Sun and your favorite Heat broadcast team all season long on Instagram and Twitter at Fox Sports Heat and at Fox Sports Florida.
Rasul seems like he played here like 30 years ago.
Rasul Butler, second-round pick of the Heat back in 2002. Played 3 years with the Heat, 4 years with New Orleans, 2 with the Clippers, 1 with the Bulls, and last year with Toronto.
Hey,
Butler trying to join the Magic.
7 o'clock start.
Magic won at Houston last night, despite not playing with Elfrid Payton or Aaron Gordon. Of course, the Rockets didn't use Dwight Howard in that game. Well, that ends the first half. Miami will go to the halftime dressing room.
You convinced me. I'll do it.
LaMarcus Aldridge missing both. Spurs up 10. 4:35 left, third quarter. Deng missing. Birdman, a smashing follow.
Another example. Deng went to the basket, drew 3 defenders that left Birdman on the offensive boards.
Gerald Green and Tyler Johnson back in the game for Miami. Johnson with a deflection. Ginobili gets it at midcourt. That's Patty Mills off the side of the board. What a follow by Aldridge. Well, LaMarcus Aldridge, who did make 1 of 2 on that last trip. Aldridge now has 17 points. And the Spurs lead is back to 10. Look out. Ginobili takes it away from Bosh. Gerald Green with a goal tag. Ginobili gets the score.
Yeah, Chris Bosh was a little off balance when that pass was made to him. Couldn't reach real well for it. You could see it right there. His weight was going the other way. But you got to like Green not giving up on the play. It's a good call.
Miami had 4 turnovers in the first half, already 4 here in the third quarter.
Look, actually looking at it again, looked like it was a pretty good block. Ball was on the way up.
Spurs ahead by 12. This equals their largest lead. Bosh blocked by David West. Ball goes out of bounds. Will stay with the Heat as Justice Winslow and Craig Whittington come on for the Heat. Kyle Anderson and the 7'3" rookie Boban Marjanovic come on for the Spurs. Aldridge and Leonard sit down for San Antonio. Bosh and Deng to the bench for Miami. This is Whittington, the swingman out of Georgetown, trying to make the NBA as a rookie. In and out for Johnson. And off the hands of Whittington, back to the Spurs. Nice crowd in the Heat's house tonight to see the Heat and Spurs. This is the 3rd of 8 preseason games for Miami, and the 2nd of 3 played here at home.
Heat Nation alive and well, Eric. We saw that last year.
Now Ginobili rifling a pass right through the hands of David West.
Whittington did a good job right there, getting back into the fray and forcing that turnover.
By the way, in Sacramento's win over the Spurs last Thursday, Rondo had a nice debut for the Kings. Rajon Rondo, he had 10 assists, 8 rebounds, and 6 points in that game for Sacramento. Spurs trying to get their first win. The Heat trying to avoid an 0-3 start. Jeff Graney, for all these years behind the scenes in a first-class way.
Yes, I get to work with him a lot with the Heat basketball camps over the summer. Just a first-class guy, and you know, bleeds red and black, Miami Heat colors.
Spurs with a 13-point lead, their largest of this preseason game, as Gerald Green misfires. 2:25 left, third quarter. Patty Mills with it for the Spurs. And Antonio has been in control of the game pretty much right from the start. Block shot by the Birdman on the 7'3" Serbian national star.
What made the play, Eric, is that acrobatic move at the other end, is that Birdman did not go for the first fake. He kept his feet on the fake, and then he was able to go back up and block. Watch this. The fake, he stays down, and then he goes up for the block. Terrific defense.
His second block of the preseason. Meanwhile, Justice Winslow trying to get on the scoreboard tonight for the first time. He's played 11 minutes without a point. He does have 2 rebounds and 2 assists. David West with the air ball. Marjanovic stripped by Green. Taken back by Ginobili. Basket won't count. Offensive foul on Manu.
Did he use the right arm to ward him off? Is that what he did?
Well, Ginobili whistle for the foul. That's his third.
Let's see the right arm right here.
Oh, got Winslow with an elbow.
Elbow right in Winslow's cheek, chin.
13-point lead for San Antonio. This is Gerald Green pulling up. Sticking it. Green with 13. 13 points and 14 minutes of work for Gerald Green. Whittington takes it away from Ginobili, but they're going to call it a kick. And the Spurs will get possession with 14 seconds on the shot clock. Greg Popovich, few words with official Scott Wall. West with an advantage over Gerald Green with a shot clock at just under 4. It's an offensive foul on West for hooking Gerald Green.
Hooked him with the right arm. They had the advantage on the play, on the switch. See the right arm? Good call by James Williams on that play. Baseline official.
I thought I saw a penalty flag fly.
Yellow flag.
Tyler Johnson drives in. And here come the Spurs. Patty Mills in the middle. Kyle Anderson catching up with him. Bogdanovich loses it.
Good
And the Heat
transition.
will try to hurry up this way.
Yeah, good transition D for the Heat.
.37 seconds left in the third quarter. Spurs with an 11-point lead. Kyle Anderson. And the rebound to Winslow. Well, those quick hands of Manu Ginobili. Green loses the ball, and here comes Manu against Tyler Johnson. Oh, the artful drive of the veteran Manu Ginobili.
He reached around and stole the ball.
10 points for Ginobili.
Tyler Johnson, I'm not sure, knew what was on the clock.
The Spurs Thursday night right back at the Heat's house for the annual red, white, and pink scrimmage. And a weekend on the road. Radio only for the Heat and Rockets on Saturday night. We'll see you again from Atlanta Sunday night at 7. A busy week for Miami. A Heat team with a lot of work to do to get healthy and get cohesive before that October 28th regular season opener against Charlotte. The Heat turning it over for the 11th time. 7 of those turnovers here in the second half. Fourth quarter just getting started.
Yeah, that was an unforced turnover. The pass was thrown behind Haslam that time.
Reggie Williams into the game for the Spurs. What an interception by Gerald Green. He plucked it right out of the air with both those big hands and did draw the foul immediately. And Gerald Green, an igniter, very combustible offensive player who is thinking defense probably more consistently than at any point during the first 8 years of his NBA career.
Well, it's a good example, Eric. A player will give you what you ask of him. He knows he's coming into a culture where you have to play defense to play. So that's the mindset coming in. He's athletic. There's no reason why he can't be a better defensive player.
Haslam reverse blocked by the big 7'3" Marjanovic.
And Marjanovic was not drafted, so he's fighting for his NBA life here.
Nice looking pack rebound for Winslow.
Well, it runs pretty well for a big guy.
Marjanovic.
Yeah.
Green splits the D, draws the foul. And we'll head to the free throw line. Kyle Anderson picks up his second. Kyle Anderson went a long way to play his college basketball at UCLA. He grew up in Jersey City, a product of the famed St. Anthony's High School. Fox Sports Sun has all the tools you need to stay connected with the Heat and all your favorite teams. Find the latest news, views, and takes on your Miami Heat right now on your Facebook news feed. Simply log on and like Fox Sports Florida /Fox Sports Sun.
Bob Hurley Sr., coach of St. Anthony's, Jersey City for many years, and is in the Basketball Hall of Fame. Deservedly so.
Gerald Green having another productive night off the Heat bench. How about 15 points? In 16 minutes for Green, he's made all 7 of his free throws. This is Reggie Williams, who was in the Heat's training camp last year. Patty Mills under duress. Good defense by Tyler Johnson. And the Heat trying to make a run back in, down 11. Green for 3. Johnson holds on and back taps it to Whittington. Fresh shot clock. Haslam for 3. Whittington, what a rebound and put back for the rookie.
Over David West. That's not easy to do. West, a very good rebounder.
Well, the Heat within 9 now. Patty Mills, a 20-footer, no good. Rebound back tap by the Spurs. And they get a fresh 24. Before the shot, West was fouled.
Very familiar spot for West, catching that ball on the elbow.
Tyler Johnson picking up his second foul. First team foul on Miami here in the fourth quarter. Heat were down 13. They've scored the last 4, looking to make a defensive stand. Build a little momentum.
Deshaun Thomas is in the game from Ohio State.
Anderson missed on the run. Whittington having some good moments here. Johnson lets the crowd clear and then miss. Oh, even the backups swinging the ball precisely for San Antonio. Anderson missing on the hook. Haslam outlets quickly to Winslow. Here comes Justice. Nice work by the rookie.
A lot of action going on. Not much scoring, but right there you see him score. Winslow does on the break.
First points tonight for Justice Winslow in his 15th minute of action. The Heat with 6 unanswered points. Miami down by 7. 9 minutes to play. Reggie Williams was fouled by Whittington. We got a timeout. Little comeback in the works for Miami here in the fourth quarter. Gerald Green with 15 points off Miami's bench.
On Twitter. First person ever.
You are up to speed in your social media trivia, Coach.
Unbelievable. 50 million.
8:53 left, fourth quarter. Miami down by 7.
Think I can catch Eric? I got 16,000.
You can do it, Coach. Oh, it rolled off for Marjanovic. Reggie Williams gets it back for the Spurs. Took it away from the rookie Craig Whittington. And the rebound down on the Gerald Green. Udonis. And Marjanovic losing the rebound to his teammate Kyle Anderson. Williams, a left-hander, missing from downtown. Haslam with a nice-looking rebound. Under 8 minutes to play. Gerald Green elevating and just staying up there to make that shot. He's having another dynamic scoring night off the bench. 17 points in 19 minutes. Miami's within 5. Eight straight points for the Heat. And a streak that comes to an end on the Patty Mills jump shot. 6 points for Patty Mills. Josh Richardson, the rookie from Tennessee, getting ready to come off the Heat bench. Green missing the 3. Reggie Williams with a rebound.
The whole game has been a frantic pace.
Williams driving through. Whittington taking the rebound away from the big guy. Nice behind-the-back escape for Winslow. Green straightaway 3. Winslow went down trying to tap that home. Deshaun Thomas fouled by Gerald Green.
Boy, you see the athleticism of Winslow, though, in the open court. Handling the ball, going to the basket.
Green picking up his second foul, third team foul on Miami. Now the Heat will host their red, white, and pink game presented by Baptist Health Breast Center at Miami Cancer Institute on Thursday, October 15th. That's this Thursday, 7 p.m. It is an open scrimmage. Everybody's invited to come and watch the Heat play the Heat. Tickets cost $1 and can be purchased on the Miami Heat app and at Ticketmaster.com. Proceeds will be donated to the Miami Cancer Institute. There'll be a special halftime ceremony which will honor local survivors of breast cancer. Don't miss it. It'll be a lot of fun. The red, white, and pink game Thursday night right here at the Heat house. Now 6.5 minutes left. Spurs ahead by 7. And the Heat will take a timeout.
Stoudemire is Dan Craig, and the Miami Heat recently announced that the former Heat assistant coach has been named the head coach of the Sioux Falls Skyforce. He became the 18th head coach in franchise history. Craig has been part of the Heat organization for the past 12 years. Heat President Pat Riley says, and I quote, "He is a terrific young coach, and is the next man up for this challenge with our affiliate in Sioux Falls. He will bring the Heat culture and great coaching to the team. And quote, Craig, who served as the head coach of Miami's summer league teams the past 3 seasons, you see right there, had his press conference recently in Sioux Falls, has continuously worked his way up in the organization after officially joining the Heat as an intern in the video department in 2003. Congratulations to Dan and his family. Eric and Tony, back over to you.
He's going to do a great job there, Jax. We're all going to miss Dan Craig.
Yes.
Very likable and coach.